Next spot.
Scallop
This is the one. Scallop sandwiches later.
Out on beautiful St. Joe Bay. I'm your host Randy Hopkins, my co-host Vicky Wigan, and we're fishing today, or actually scalloping today, with Captain Andy here. And Andy's put us right on him, buddy, let me tell you. We're gonna call them scallops or scallops today?
Scallops.
You say scallop, I'll say scallop.
Okay.
Scalloping is not difficult and takes more persistence than skill. It is also a great activity for all ages. Shallow waters of the bay make it possible for those without boat access to wade out from the shore and scour the shallows for these delicacies.
Scalloping doesn't require much specialized equipment either, while a mask and snorkel are a great help in spotting them. People have been known to just wear old sneakers and simply shuffle their feet across the bottom until they find what they're looking for. St. Joe Scallops.
Captain Andy Conton of the Liquid Addiction not only guides scallop trips, but inshore and offshore fishing as well. He specializes in trips to Apalachicola Bay, Indian Pass, Port St. Joe, and of course Cape San Blas.
It's been a good day. It was pretty though out here today.
Beautiful.
St. Joseph Bay is partially isolated from the Gulf of Mexico by St. Joseph Peninsula, which extends from Cape San Blas in the south to St. Joseph Point to the north. It is the only body of water in the eastern Gulf of Mexico not influenced by inflow of fresh water.
St. Joe Bay is a designated Florida aquatic preserve. Extensive seagrass beds and salt marshes provide a nursery and forage ground for the fish, migratory birds, and other invertebrate species that characterize the bay. a little puffer fish I found swimming around the grass. Now he's filled himself up with water, obviously because I'm holding him. But as soon as I let him go, he'll just deflate, swim out his way. It's really, see how he blends in, he's got all those stripes that look like he's the grass. He's got some spots, some fake eyeballs, make him look like he's bigger than he actually is. Now of course all those spikes make him not very appetizing to other fish. I'm gonna let him on his way.
You know, they're kind of strange. They're not on the edges, they're out in the grass. Did you notice that?
What's that?
They're not on the edges like they normally find. They're out
Yeah,
in
they
the
were
grass.
they're sitting on top of the grass, they're just below the grass, but they weren't on the edges like they were at that other hole.
Right. I waited.
I know you worked that whole edge.
The whole edge is nothing. And I came across here and finally picked up a fish.
I think they're gonna need to find a little bit deeper water. I just think that got so shallow so quick. And she's like a scallop magnet.
That's what we like.
You gotta think like a scallop.
That's what makes it worthwhile. I told us put a rope on it. They weren't what they were supposed to be, that's for sure.
I don't know what you're talking about. I caught a bunch of them.
On the edge?
No, I caught them all over the grass. You're right.
Yeah, once you got the pattern down, you start, seeing it.
She got her eyes locked in now. She can find it.
Yeah. Well, they're not on the
Like I
edge.
said, you just gotta think like a scallop. Scallops want to be near other scallops. So when you find one, you do like a circle, and then a square, and a circle. Next spot.
Scallop
This is
sandwich.
the one. Scallop sandwiches later.
We've been out for a little bit. We just changed locations, and Vicky had so many scallops we had to put the bag in the boat and then lift her in the boat. So
Well, Randy, the way I caught all those scallops was just following behind you, picking them up. You were just missing them left and right.
that's what I do. That's my job on this
Dropping
show.
them, dropping them.
Exactly. Well, when your pockets get full, they just get out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we got a beautiful day out here. You can see it's slick. The water's nice. Sun's straight up right now, so we're gonna get back in and hopefully get some more.
Yes, sir.
What do you think, Captain?
We're gonna go after.
This is the spot, right?
That's the spot right here.
Vicky, you ready?
I'm ready to limit out, Randy.
I'm ready too. Let's do it.
Redfish, spotted sea trout, shrimp, and black drum all feed in these grass beds. These grass beds also contribute to the fertility of the estuaries, making St. Joe Bay one of only 2 places in Florida's Gulf Coast where scallops abound.
It's mighty pretty. You can see this water. It's just as clear as it could be. Put a scallop in the water. Isn't that pretty? That's beautiful.
One of the rare shellfish, the scallop is a prized delicacy and also an important part of the area's marine ecosystem. As a result, the scallops in St. Joe Bay are not allowed to be collected commercially, but are only available to recreational harvest each year from July 1st through September the 10th.
State regulations also require that all recreational harvesters have a Florida saltwater fishing license to harvest bay scallops. Check out our website at newsouthoutdoors.com to purchase your license. St. Joe scallops. They're all over this place right here. I go down, it's so shallow here that I don't have to dive down. I just reach down and grab them, and by the time I do that, there's like 2 more around there. All over. Randy, you got some?
Yeah.
This is a good spot.
It is.
We've been here just a couple minutes. This is what I got.
She is the scallop magnet today. We found quite a few. The wind got up on us just a little bit. It's getting a little later in the day now. It's starting to build up. I'm looking back over there.
Yeah.
I'm hearing some loud vibrations over there. You can see. There it is. Vicky, you did a great job, sweetie.
Thanks for the help, Randy.
Hey, not a problem. Like I say, this is kind of misleading because this is not just an 18-pack cooler. This is a 124 cooler, so we have to.
We slammed him.
Yeah. And look, there's one Andy got.
This one's mine.
That was yours, isn't it?
Smallest one in there should be mine.
Okay. But anyway, folks, had a good time, without question. Good haul. St. Joe Bay.
Well, now that you have them, what do you do with them? We dropped by Sunset Coastal Grill, where owner Patty Blaylock showed us a few of her favorite ways to prepare scallops.
Hi, I'm Patty Blaylock. I'm the owner of Sunset Coastal Grill, and we are on the porch at the grill in beautiful Port St. Joe. And I am going to talk to you about the scallops that we get out of our bay. And we get beautiful little bay scallops. They're fun to catch. I think you've already had a day of seeing how much fun it is to go and get scallops. So let's see what you do with them. If you go to a restaurant, generally you will get some fried. If you come here, you can get what we call our garlicky scallops, which is they're baked with garlic and Parmesan and basil and all sorts of wonderful stuff. But if you come to my house, then you can get ceviche. And what I've done is I've got bay scallops that we put in some lemon juice, some onions, and some bell peppers. And I soaked those overnight, so it cooked them without ever getting heated. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some chopped tomato, chopped cucumber, and some finely diced jalapeno, because I like a little attitude with my scallops. And we'll take this, have a little glass ready, fill it up. I then like to take just a little squirt of lemon, come across here. It's done. I'm ready. This is so great when you've been out all day and it's hot and you're hot. It's refreshing, it's light. It's actually very good for you. There's just nothing in it that's bad. So, wish you were here. Come by the Sunset. You can have almost any of these to try, but I'm gonna eat this.
For more about Sunset Coastal Grill, go to sunsetcoastalgrill.com. The annual Big Bend Saltwater Classic is one of the most anticipated fishing events on the Gulf Coast. With the lingering concerns of oil and its economic impact, we took a moment to speak with Tournament Director Darren Webb about this year's event and turnout.
This is the 22nd annual Big Bend Saltwater Classic. It was started by the Organization for Artificial Reefs originally in order to raise money to build artificial reefs in the Gulf, and it's been growing ever since. This has been a challenging year for the tournament just because we're dealing with a tough economy right now. We're also dealing with a oil spill in the Gulf, which has made things very challenging, and we're happy to have the tournament. We were able to get it in, and before the oil came and shut things down, and so so we consider that a success. Well, this area is a great fishing area. It's kind of central as far as you got fishing all around. So great fishing is not far away.
Alongside other Forgotten Coast villages like Panacea and Carabel, Port St. Joe serves as a way station for the tournament, but also serves as a launching point for many anglers in the competitive offshore divisions. This year, many of those division winners weighed and displayed their catches at the Port St. Joe Marina. Master Division angler Captain Ben Jenkins and the team Cold to Go took first place in the amberjack, wahoo, and overall point categories with their impressive catches.
We caught the jack on a hole in about 350 foot of water. It was a tough go because we had to let a bunch of little fish go to keep that one big fish. It was a lot of reeling for them, none for me. But
he's more than happy to share the numbers on TV.
And setting a new tournament record this year in the recreational angler division was Julie Hilton. Julie landed an absolutely gigantic red snapper weighing in at nearly 29 pounds.
We didn't think we were going to catch anything. It's about 9 o'clock and we were feeding the fish. We were feeding them snappers like crazy, and all of a sudden it hits my rod. Sucker bends down straight underneath that boat. Could have swore it was a shark. And we had caught a shark earlier and it fought the same way. So we were not sure at all. And we didn't want to snap the line, so we were going to bring him on up. And it ended up to be this huge behind snapper. Oh my gosh.
To check out the rest of the winners or learn more about this event, go to saltwaterclassic.com.
Well, folks, it's been a great day. It's your host, Randy Hopkins, with my co-host, Vicky. Where are you at, Captain?
Drying off in the boat.
And Captain Andy. The liquid addiction out of Port St. Joe.
Catching some scallops.
Catching some scallops.
Scallops.
Folks, that's it. We're going to wrap it up. We got some weather coming in. Just kind of look at it back over there. It's about 10 minutes to 3, so we'll take this big bunch of scallops that Vicky found. I guess
Cook them up.
She's going to cook them up and have a big time. So, Captain, it's been great.
Yes, sir. Enjoyed it.
And
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you.
Vicky.
Randy.
Wonderful.
Always a pleasure.
Wonderful. Nothing but a thing, right?
Nothing but a thing.
All right, folks. We'll see you next week.
Want to know a secret? For our family's money, vacations don't get any better than Florida's Forgotten Coast. Over here, in Gulf County, where it's like Florida used to be, with amazing pet-friendly beaches, about 1 million different ways to enjoy the clean, calm waters, live music, great festivals, fresh seafood. It's the place we come to take it easier. Plan your vacation at visitgolf.com, but let's keep it between us.